Well, in my case, it's quite different. I felt like if I have lost some pieces of my family puzzle in the universe during my own delivery. Mr. Chair, Mrs. Chair, fellow Toastmaster, distinguished guests. Tonight, I will talk to you about the way I made my puzzle match, my family puzzle finally matched. At 2 months old, a loving family brought me home and adopted me and brought me to their home and their heart. And at the age of 6, when my mother told me that I was adopted, I ran outside the door and yelled to my friends, "I'm adopted! I'm adopted!" without even knowing what it really meant. At that young age, I wanted to know what I was going to look like when I grow up. Each time I was going in a public bus, I was looking at people, staring at their nose, their eyes, to find any clues. No luck. So my parents decided to tell me that my family died in a car accident to prevent any further research on my part. And that was the right thing to do. As a teenager, I felt different from my friends, who looked like family members. But what bothered me the most was when I went to a doctor's appointment. No medical history available. Then I became a mother. On the birth of my first child, the research became essential. So I went to my parents and I told them that I was going to look for my adoptive mother, my biological mother. They got scared. They thought I wouldn't love them anymore. But they trusted me enough to let me do it. So I called the CLSC and I wanted to find my biological mother. After they verified that my reasons were justified and that I had no bitterness, the research began. It took 2 years, 2 long years, before I received the call. They found her, and she was open to go forward. Woo-hoo! That was a good moment. But I had to wait until she was ready to contact me. And on the next Mother's Day, I received a card from her with a piece of my puzzle inside. A tiny, tiny picture of herself that I looked with a magnifier to make the most of it. I was happy. And I made the first phone call on January 1st. Hello, Jeannette? Happy New Year. My parents told me when I gave birth to my first child that the car accident wasn't true. And the only thing they knew at that time was that my mother lived very far away. And there was no chance that we can run into each other. But we did, after a while. She came to visit us in August 1987 with her husband. And you can imagine the first hug. It was filled with mixed emotion, of joy, of nervousness, and excitement. The moment I was waiting for since my childhood finally happened. And you know what? We had both blue eyes. About same height, a similar laugh, and we were both very active women. But you will agree with me that it's quite strange to find your mother when you're an adult. You have no memories of histories to count, 0 things to share, but you have plenty of time to write in new inspiring moments together. In August 1991, I went to Rwanda to meet the whole family, my uncles, aunts, cousins, and for the first and last time, my grandmother. We used to see each other during the summertime at my place, and during spring break at my mother's home in Elliott Lake, Ontario, with my sister. As the years went by, we were getting more comfortable. And at one point, I asked her if I could call her mom like my sister did. She agreed. Yes. That was a significant step in our mother-daughter relationship. Sadly, Mom was diagnosed with a cancer. And I was privileged enough to have an 11-year relationship with her that I'll never forget. It's not mandatory to find your biological family, but in my case, it brought me the peace of mind I needed to feel loved, special, and fully connected to the universe. The moment I cherish the most, even today, is the last time that I was with her, sitting in her bed, holding her hand, and we were talking, when suddenly she stopped. She looked at me in the eye, and she told me, "You know, my daughter, I never expected to love you that much." The pieces of my puzzle are now all together. And as a bonus, I'll now have a sister. Isn't that amazing? Life was good for me. And I can still feel the love of my mom. I had great moments with her. And Mom, thanks for the unforgettable memory.